Hello BookTube, Sarah here and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my July 2019 anticipated reads. Very exciting. Sorry this video is delayed. This should have come out a few weeks ago, but as I mentioned in a previous video, life's been a little bit busy and I've been really tired and, you know, general excuses, right? And it is Tuesday, and today, the Tuesday after the Create Your Own Readathon weekend, and this should be a vlog, and I do apologize that this is not the Create Your Own Readathon weekend vlog, but what happened was, it was late Sunday afternoon, and I went, oh sugar, I was supposed to be filming a vlog this weekend. So I completely forgot, so I do apologize. I will do better next month, I promise. But anyway, let's get into the anticipated reads for July. There are 5 books here that I want to share with you guys. The first one comes out on July the 9th, and all the rest of them come out on July 30th. But there are a ton more books, of course, coming out in July than just these ones. These are the ones that I deem the ones that I am most excited about. So the first one, like I said, coming out July 9th is The Golden Hour by Beatriz Williams. I read this author last year. She does historical fiction. And I read Cocoa Beach by her last year, and I really enjoyed it. And I saw this one come up on Amazon, that it was coming soon, and I added it to my want to read list. And then I've heard several booktubers, including Steve Donahue, of course, I think he got a finished copy of this, talk about this book, and I am super excited about it. I do, as much as I love my contemporary romance or my historical romance, I just love historical fiction, and Beatriz Williams does a great job on it. So, like I said, The Golden Hour. This is the story about the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. And, I mean, anything, of course, to do with the royals as well just makes me very excited. And this takes place, what does it say? World War II era Nassau in the Bahamas. And how they go there. And it's a true story, but fictionalized. Do you know what I mean? Where they take, you know, it's a fictional story, but they take true elements and add it to the story. It's pretty much about them being in the Bahamas and a scandal that erupts and other characters and people that they meet. It just sounds super exciting. I highly encourage you to go check it out. I will leave links in the description box below to all these books, to their Goodreads pages, so you can go ahead and have a look. But I'm just going to read you just the last little line of this, of the back of this book. And it says, these stories of 2 unforgettable women threaded together in this extraordinary epic of espionage, sacrifice, human love, and human courage, set against a shockingly true crime, and the rise and fall of a legendary royal couple. So it sounds super exciting. I cannot wait to read it. The next book, as I said, comes out on July 30th, and this is The One Who Stays by Toni Blake. This is the first book in the Summer Island series. This one looks really cute. Toni Blake is actually a contemporary romance author that I have not read, but I've seen a number of her work, and I am very interested to pick something of hers up. And this is the story of a woman who is in a relationship with a guy, but things kind of really aren't going anywhere. She's not exactly sure how she wants to pursue this relationship or how they want to continue on with the relationship. And then a new guy arrives in town. So it's almost, and I know a lot of people don't like this plot line in romance, having, you know, like a love triangle, if you will. But that sounds like what is going to happen in this book. I mean, of course, you kind of know ahead of time how it's going to end, but it still sounds like a really great story. It looks like a great summer read based on this cover, and I'm very much looking forward to it. What are you looking for there, Garrett? Oh. Okay, I was just asking. All right, you do that. The next book I want to talk about is called COWBOY Charming by Dylan Crush. This is the 3rd book in the Holiday Texas series. Dylan Crush is a new favorite author of mine. I've only read one other book by her, and I read it, I think, last either November or December, because it was a holiday book, and it was the 2nd book in this holiday series. This is a small town in Texas called Holiday, and each of the stories kind of revolves around a different, I don't know whether they revolve around a different holiday, but the town really kind of gets into the whole holiday spirit, no matter what the holiday happens to be. And like I said, this is the 3rd book in the series, and it looks really adorable. It's about the local preacher's daughter and the town bad boy, and how the 2 of them have to come together to save the town. I guess that something is happening, some bad press, if you will, and they are trying to put a positive spin onto whatever it is and end up having to work together, and it just sounds really adorable. I kind of really love the opposites attract storyline in a lot of different novels. I think those are a lot of fun. Because I think there is a lot of merit to it. I mean, opposites, it's true. You know, you have to have some sort of a common ground, but opposites really do attract in a lot of instances. And I really, really like reading these. And I mean, especially like A Preacher's Daughter and The Bad Boy, you cannot get any more opposite than that. And like I said, Dylan Crush is a new favorite author of mine, and I really, really recommend her work. I believe she runs a YouTube channel as well. The Romance Happy Hour, I think it's called. She is one of the authors who do that. I will leave a link to that in the description box below as well in case you're curious to check it out. But yeah, this one sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Next up is Love at First Bark by Debbie Burns. This is book number 4 in the Rescue Me series. Speaking of series that I'm already working my way through and loving, this one. I have read the first 3 books in this series. I got the first book from NetGalley. I was approved for it. The second book I purchased and read on my own. The third book I was sent a copy via NetGalley. I think I've put my name in for the 4th one, but I didn't get it for whatever reason, and that's fine. I have enough arcs to read. Let's say that. But this one I'm definitely looking forward to. This is a series that centers around an animal shelter, and in this story, our 2 protagonists, our female lead is she paints animal portraits. So like if you have a pet, she will paint their portrait, kind of an idea. And then our male lead is an architect, but he does a lot of like construction work and odd jobs, you know, to fix up and spruce up this this animal shelter. And anyway, the 2 of them end up coming, like they've worked together for years. So this is almost like a friends to lovers storyline. And the 2 of them have worked together for years. And then a bunch of border collar puppies end up being abandoned, and they take on the task of looking after them together. So it kind of brings them even closer together. And of course, a romance ensues from there. It sounds totally adorable. If you are a dog lover or a cat lover, you need to read this series. It will truly tug at your heartstrings. The most difficult book for me as an animal lover to read was book number 3, because it was about an abandoned dog, and you get a lot of chapters from the dog's perspective, and it was truly heartbreaking. I mean, you know, it had a happy ending for all. Sorry guys, my camera just cut out there. As I was saying, these stories do have a happy ending for both the 2-legged and 4-legged characters in the story, but super adorable. Absolutely love this one. I cannot recommend it enough. And the last book that I want to share with you, of course, also comes out on the 30th of July, and that is Brazen and the Beast by Sarah MacLean. Book number 2 in the Bare Knuckle Bastard series. This seems to be the month for continuing series that I'm really enjoying, but at least I can say to you guys, you know, I might be recommending the 3rd or 4th or 2nd book in a series, but I highly recommend that you go ahead and start at the beginning and read these series, because not only am I recommending this individual book, but I'm also recommending this series. So, like I said, Brazen and the Beast is the 2nd book in this series, and this is about a woman who is set to be her own woman. She is, how old did it say that she was turning? 29. And she was about to inherit her father's business. I guess she was going to inherit it when she turns 30. And she was looking forward to literally being a spinster. She was going to live her own life, make her own money, run her father's business, and, you know, do her own thing without having to worry about a man. And of course, before that happens, she decides that she is going to experience some of the pleasures of life, if you will. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And she meets Beast. And Beast is a character from the first story. Him and Devil, who was the male lead in the first book, Wicked and the Wallflower, they're best friends. And they live in Covent Garden in London. And it's not the best area of town. And they run a import business of sorts. And he is not the most upstanding citizen, let's put it that way. So obviously there's going to be a relationship between him and our female protagonist, and I am super excited about this book. Like I said, I loved the first book in this series. Go ahead and read it. If you like good, spicy historical romance, I highly recommend Sarah MacLean. She writes such great books, but this one is definitely one that I am looking forward to. So anyway, guys, that is all that I have for this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below if any of these books sound any good to you, or are there any books that are coming out in July that I did not mention here that you are looking forward to, because as I always like to say, I'm always looking to add more books to my TBR. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.